Hello everyone for the new video. So this video is the build guide for our golem, a necromancer golem for this league. It's pretty close to the same as last league. This is the build that we did, I think I've done 7 mavens now with. I've done a lot of the, what do you want to call them, the 10 boss fights. We've done the, I call them the trials, the invitations I guess, the maven invitations. We've done a lot of them. A lot of Shapers, Elders, we've done Cyruses. Pretty much we've done Simulacrum. We've pretty much done everything with this build already. The only thing... Actually, I don't think there's anything left. We did all the maps with it. Build's extremely good. It actually went down in price a lot since when I picked this build up, so this build's a lot easier to pick up besides maybe a couple items. But for the map showcase, you pretty much saw the Cyrus 9 fight, the Maven fight is pretty much the same thing, but for this one, I'll do a quick imitation of the Elders. Just to show you real quick. This is on a prettiest or whatever. I normally corrupt these also, but I just don't want to because of the time. What I would recommend though, if you're playing this, is to get a pinpoint jewel. Not pinpoint, predator jewel. It just makes the fights a whole lot easier because then you can pretty much make them all attack one of these 4 instead of them attacking whatever they feel like. It's just to speed up your time and it makes the feel a lot better. And also it speeds this up too. Once the 4 that come in, if they don't die, problems. We can see the build's the exact same as last league, running circles. Even with that 20% nerf that the golems got and the medium cluster jewels, it pretty much feels like the exact same build. I mean, Cyrus dies instantly. We can do Maven pretty well. This fight's not bad. It takes a little bit long, but it's not bad at all. It's definitely very doable. Now we pretty much just wait for him to get out of this invincibility phase and he dies.
Life is so brutal. Feel your life
And that's the fight.
glorious.
Another orb.
Repeat my challenge.
We're taking damage. That's pretty much it for fights. I don't see anything else here. Yeah, that's it. So that shows you how good the build is for it. Not really me doing much at all. Got another orbs. We actually only got 1. It's not bad really. For 5 splinters, it's pretty good. Because now we're at 8 right now. And I do have another Elder invitation, so I'll probably do my next Maven after I do another set of these. Because like right now I'm just trying to build up stuff for our next video. So pretty much the build, it's pretty, you can definitely make this build better than what I did. I got lazy. So pretty much the build, a lot of it you're going to see repeated from the last league's build. But pretty much the weapon, it's actually Cold Iron Point now. So we're using this over the Clay Shaper because this gives you +3 levels. So it makes our Carrion Golem a level 26 gem. So it gives you +3 levels. And then inside of it, I'm using Anonymous Ray Spectre just so they don't die as often. Because I hate resummoning these and I do it a lot. Even with the amount of extra life I get from this, it still happens a lot. I'm using Flesh and Stone. I'm using Blood Magic. Just the same combo as last league. Your Ray Specters are from Max 7. It's still the same. The Hosts and Chieftains, they're using Blood Magic to help themselves. It's the exact same combo. It's still Vertex Helmet. It's still the Divergent Animated Guardian. I went Divergent just because of the more life. You don't have to. If you want to go with the 2120 regular Animated Guardian, or even 2123, or more than you can. I just went this one to give it more life because this has never died since I made him. With the amount of life that he has. And it's just the Ray Spectre, your Feeding Frenzy, and your main support. Pretty much the exact same from last league. The Animated Guardian is different though. I'm not running the same setup as last league. I'm still running the Kingmaker and the Garb. the one you get from Cortex, it's still the exact same. Those two items are the same. Except now, for the gloves, I'm just running a vulnerability on hit gloves for him. So pretty much I just search for any of the cheapest. You can probably get for like 5 chaos. And also for helmets, I'm running the Mask of the Stitch. It's expensive. It's close to 200 chaos, but it gives you a lot of stuff out of it. And then boots is the Wind Shrink boots. They give you additional curse. And I think the helmet... No, it gives you additional curse so that you can cast your vulnerability with him. And at the same time, you can keep casting your status mark so you can double curse enemies. It's very strong. Shield is the exact same from last league. You're a Prism Guardian with your 7% fizz damage taken from hits, taken as anything. Just get whatever's a cheap. This league, these shields cost me 20 chaos. So I just searched for pretty much the highest one I could find under 10 chaos. So it's super cheap. And then to be honest, between these, socket whatever colors you get. This one is just, and search for, make sure you get a 21. If you want to make it easy for yourself, get the Val version. They cost like 5 chaos for a 21-0. Very cheap. Get your Purity of Ice, your Val case. You don't need any quality on these. And then Divergent Pride is the best one to get, just for the -2 to fizz damage reduction. If you can't get the Divergent, just get regular Pride. It'll still work just as well. And it's still the same thing. Your Present Trilulu with your Charisma, your increased attribute modifier, exact same setup. You're still the exact same 2 rings. They're both the Vincent rings. They're a lot cheaper this league than they were last league, though. There's about 2 exalts for them. And the same thing is just search for... I would recommend getting at least one of them with the shock nearby enemies for 4 seconds. I didn't realize how good this was until this league when I got one. So the way Focus works, you just cast it, and then it activates. And then you can start shocking them, and it gives you more damage. And it's definitely, you'll notice a lot of it in the POE. So just get one with that, and the other one, it's really up to you. I just went with Chaos Res. If you want to go with Dex or even Strength, you can definitely do that and to try to save some points on your tree. But Chaos, I just like having a lot of Chaos on build, so I just went with Chaos. And it's the same thing, your Ballot Discipline. I never got to a 21, I was too lazy. But 21 would just give me, I think it's like an extra 100 or so. So it wasn't fully needed. And then Purity of Fire, it doesn't really matter really. It's put Fire and Ice however you can between these two. I just got these colors were easier on the Val one, so I just went for that method. And the same thing, gives you 21, your Val if you want to go cheap. So the belt, the exact same from last league, no changes. Chest piece, the exact same from last league. It's still the chevrons. So the coloring system, just go to your bench and put the 3 red, same as last league, and then just to get the and you should be okay with just the 3 red doing like that. If you end up getting screwed up, like how my original one got 4 red and 2 blue. So I used a Vorkey and I got lucky and he hit one of the reds I had to hit. But it's still the exact same setup. It's your Carrion Golem, your minion damage, your multi-strike, your brutality, melee fizz, and impale. Exact same from last league. What I would recommend is make this your switching gem. So have a Predator gem too. If you get a 21, 23, they're super cheap, like 1x maybe. And switch them in and out. If you're doing the Maven trials like I just did, I would take out minion damage and put the Predator in, so you can just target for all the minions attack only one at a time, and you'll go through a lot cleaner than I did. It's worth getting rid of the extra 52. It's worth getting rid of the extra damage just to make them all attack 1. It just makes your life a whole lot cleaner. Especially if you try doing the 5 fight. The 5 fight's very messy with this build. And then get the Awaken ones. If you're doing Awaken, what I recommend order is probably get the 21, 23 Summon Carrion Golem, if you can. And then go for the Awaken Melee Fizz. This is probably the most important because it gives you Intimidate, so it does help. Then go for your Awaken Brutality. And your Awaken minion damage is real cheap. And then go for your Awaken Multi-Strike. This league, because of the new the Atlas changes, this is super easy to get. This one, it's like 30x or less. It's a lot better than spending usually 100 and 150 for it. So it's a lot cheaper to get this league. So the boots are different. They're not Centrex. Centrex, use Centrex if you're trying to go the budget version until you can upgrade to this one. And it's the same for the rings. Just get an unset ring with like 50 strength and 50 dex, and that will hold you over until you can replace to these rings. So go for Doriani's boots. Make sure though there are the sorcerer's boots with the flat energy shield only. It's what you want. You don't want the other ones. And then also make sure you get the purity of lightning. Just because it helps you, because then that's one of your purities gone. And it's also really nice because movement speed, you get life, you get energy shields. And then that's pretty much for it overall. And then pretty much in here I just put Flame Dash, Divergent Vitality. I don't know if you really need this, to be honest. I'm not sure if this even works for the minions. I just put it on here because it's pretty much seems cool. Your Conviction, it helps to call your minions on you. And then your Assassin's Mark for your cursing. If you're using Syntrix, you have to probably drop one of these gems and just put on oh no, you want Vitality because this helps you regenerate your energy shield faster. I just don't know if Divergent does anything or not though. That's one thing I don't know for sure. But I think it does because last week we used it. And then Conviction, if you have to run the Purity, you probably will just dump either Assassin's Mark or just get rid of the Conviction. Conviction is really nice though. And then the gloves now, these are different than last league. We're using the Breast Stealer gloves now. They're very cheap, and you can anoint these two, which is real nice. So you can just anoint Great Pack. So you have 2 anoints on your build, and the Great Pack gives you a lot of quality of life. And these gloves alone will give you some more cast speed, create Blight Spores, a little bit more mana, which doesn't matter. But it gives you more. That's pretty much use it for is the thing. And in here, it's your Divergent Precision. I don't know if this does anything like the other one. I just put it on here because I had it. It's the usual, the Dread Banner, the Generosity. Get Awaken if you can. I just been real lazy. It'll give you a +1 level. It'll make this an extra level. So I'll make it a 24. And then your Divergent Flesh Offering. And just remember to cast it. I forget though. And then I always keep a Desecrate in my stash. It doesn't matter what level it is. Just in case if I lose a Spectre, I'll just put this gem in here. Cast Desecrate. Take this gem out and in. And then just recast on my Desecrates. And if I run out there, I'll just recast another squad. And just recast to fix them. Instead of keeping them go back to X7. Because I hate doing that so much. And the Flask, I honestly have not upgraded these at all. The only one, Taste of Hate is a very good one to get for the fizz damage to cold, so it does keep you alive a little longer. I do have the Experimenter's Adrenaline, and then be honest, these 3: a Curse Immune, a Freeze Immune, and a Bleed Immune. I don't know if you really need the phasing's nice, fizz damage reduction, evasion rate, just quality. It's just defense. You can definitely upgrade these so much better. It's just up to you. Went over all that. And then pretty much it's the exact same skill tree from last league, to be honest. It's the usual, go this way, energy shields. Take these only if you need them. And then, you're going up this way. Your Amelia. So this build runs 1 Amelia Stone and 1 of each Primordial. So you're only running this to 4. Golem setup, your energy shields. This one, it's up to you if you want to go life or if you want to go damage. It's just based really up to you. I just went life because Animated Guardian, I'm trying to keep alive as much as possible. Because I don't want to spend over 250 probably so more chaos to fix them again. I just don't want to spend the currency. And then it's the same thing. You go this way. You want all this. So then right now, I'm level 95. That's how I went here at 95. So this would be like 96, 97 for energy shield. And then, so the cluster, let me go this real fast. So the same thing on this side. It's just chaos res, minions gain unholy, the usual ravenous horde, the usual energy from within to convert this. Go up here, it's the usual, the same too, nothing changed. It's still the exact same ascendancy, the 4, 3, and 4. The influence, the Written Blood for more strength and all that. So the cluster jewels did change. We're not using the Rotten Claws anymore. That's completely gone from the build. you get a 90, I think it's like 96, 98% chance to impale on your minions without it, so you definitely don't need it. Ideally, what you're looking for is 2 like this one. You want 2 with Feasting Friends, Renewal, and Vicious Bite. Feasting Friends is just more life and leech. Renewal is regenerates life per second, also double damage. And then Vicious Bite gives you crit strike on your minions to do more damage. If you're going to craft these in Harvest League, the easiest way of doing it is just get an 8 passive cluster. Make sure item level 76 for harvesting. And just get Feasting Friends and Renewal on it with an open suffix. And then just go... and then you want to get Augment Crit from the Harvest, and it'll guarantee the Vicious Bite, because Vicious Bite's the only crit that can roll. So that's the easy way of creating the 3 cluster. I haven't done it on the second one because I've been too lazy. And then for the 4 mediums, they're pretty much the exact same as last league. You want 2 of them to be like this. The first one, equal replenishing presence. That'd be what these 2 would be. This one I didn't do because these are expensive this league. And then the other 2, you want both of them to have first one equals, but you want one with pure Attimute, just to give you the extra intelligence, extra energy shield regeneration, also Pure Light costs less. So it's how you can run all the auras. And then make sure they're all 6 passives too. And then the other one, you want Master Command, just to reduce the banner cost of skills. It's just so you can run more items, because that's what you want to keep running stuff. And then the actual jewels themselves are the same thing. The Might, the Eminence, there's your Amina Stone, there's your Harmony, and then there's you also want to put Fortress Converter. Make sure it's on one of the top 4 though, so you don't get the negative effect of it. You'll just get straight the extra damage, and then the minions have a chance to block, which doesn't matter too much, but it's more damage. Make sure on one of your jewels you have Corrupted Blood. It makes Cyrus fight super easy. That's why you saw me destroy him so fast. Because Corrupted Blood on anywhere is the easiest. Most likely, I would recommend getting it on either the Harmony or the Eminence. They're the cheapest. They're like 2 exalts maybe, if that. Everywhere else will cost you a lot more. I mean, that's pretty much the build. The POB is in the description below. The build's extremely good. I recommend, if you want an easy build, play this one. I think even with the nerfs, this build's still hitting for each golem. I think it's about 3 million still. So I'm doing 3, 6, about 12 million, I would say. They're probably hitting for close to 4 if I actually upgrade everything. Because I haven't really checked the POB in a while. But it's pretty much the same setup as last league, you know. You run all the auras. Make sure your Blood Stance is just help for more damage in your golems. But it's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to go over. I mean, it's the exact same build. I'm going to keep this build around just so we can help people with bossing if they need it. And it'll be my main boss killer for my next build. It's be all about mapping, not doing any Cyruses with it. But that's why I'll have this character for that. Or eventually in the long run, I might sell this character off at one point. I just don't know when it's going to be. It just depends really on when I get bored of playing this build. Because with the ability that this build can do Maven, I want to keep it. Just because Maven, I want to get all 40 Mavens done this league. So thank you for coming out today. If you'd like to see, hit the subscribe button below. Come follow me on Twitch. And then if you need help with any bosses, let me know. I have the price breakdown in my Twitch chat for how much these are. If you need crafts, let me know. So thank you for coming out today. And I'll see you on the next video.